Well, it depends what helps, you know. Certain types of aggression, we can't do much about it. We have to tolerate them. You know, like you're walking in Oxford Street and people are bumping into you. It's certainly a certain form of aggression, right? People being rude, you know, but you just can't, it's just the environment. If you got to go to work or you got to go through these places to get to the temple, you just have to face that. But if you're faced with a person who is aggressive or abusive, then you try to confront them, you try to change it. If it doesn't work, you change the location, you change the relationship. And if nothing works, then you can always pray to God. And you can ask Him to please help you to change that person's mentality. And believe me, it works. I also thought for quite a period in my life that people cannot change. You're born such a certain way and you just carry on for your whole life. But we're not victims of circumstance. We can't blame it on our parents, on our government, on our job. We've got a choice to make. And once you can convey that message to that person in one form or the other, either by talking or through prashadam or through distancing yourself, then at one point the person will realize. And sometimes people can't realize it, you know, through us. So they have to realize it in a different way. Our circle of influence is usually this big, you know. That's our circle of influence. It's this big. But you know what's the funny thing? If we start working on ourselves and we start changing ourselves, our whole universe changes. Everything around us changes dramatically. You just try it. But we want to always change our partners, our friends, our relatives, our husbands and wives. We want to do the general makeover and make everybody into something else. And it just doesn't work. But if we start working on ourselves and improving our own qualities, all of a sudden our surroundings, they also change. So that's the way how things actually work. But if it's something dangerous or something, you know, really, something which puts you in jeopardy, then you have to take measurements to protect yourself. Now, we're not going to get into the details. I'm just saying, you know, if it's something minor, tolerance always works. And if it's something major, you have to take measurements. You have to change the situation. You had a question?
Can chanting Hare Krishna lead to total purification of the mind, hence total enlightenment?
Can it? What? I didn't get the last part.
Can just chanting Hare Krishna lead to total purification of the mind?
Yes.
Hence, total enlightenment?
Yes, it can.
So if that somebody and just got him to chant Hare Krishna and do nothing else for the rest of his life, you're saying that person would be completely pure of all his defilements in his mind.
Yes.
From this life, all his past life.
Yes.
And that guy will become totally enlightened.
Yes.
No matter what that guy did.
Yes, exactly. Complete change of heart. It's possible. Even for you and me, believe it or not. No matter what we did, no matter who we are. You study Srimad Bhagavatam, our scriptures, and you see so many stories from hunters, from killers, from robbers. If you're familiar with the Indian history, you know Ramayana? Story of Lord Ram and Sita and Hanuman and Lakshman. The author of the Ramayana is Valmiki. Now Valmiki was a highway robber. He was a murderer and a killer. He just robbed people and killed them. And when he got confronted and he was told to chant the names of God, he could not pronounce it. He was so sinful, he could not even utter the name of God. So his teacher told him, you don't chant the name of God, you chant the name of death. Mara. Mara is death. So Valmiki started chanting Mara, 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 Rama, 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 Rama. And all of a sudden he started chanting Rama. Because Mara, if you continue chanting, it turns into Rama. So actually, he got tricked into chanting God's name. And he becomes so enlightened and so purified that he wrote the Ramayana, which millions of years later, millions and tens of millions of people are studying every day as a holy scripture about the activities and pastimes of Lord Ram. So it's possible. Now I know you haven't done such, outrageous things. We're all just, minor rascals. So there is hope. There is hope. Believe it or not, even for you and me. We have to realize that we're all in this together, We're all sitting in the same boat, rowing in the same direction. So we might stop cutting it out of trying to be so special and so unique and so, individualistic, and see our commonalities and see that we're heading in the same direction. Because you need like-minded association. You need people who you can reflect on, people you can bounce ideas off, people who know you, who can, give you that, what do you call it? Loyal opposition, that, constructive criticism. Even we may not like to hear it. Like you also have rear view mirrors in your car, right? There's a certain reason for that. Because our ability is limited. So in the same way, we need good friends in spiritual life. People who know you, who you can trust, so you can actually advance. Otherwise, it's a lot of wishful thinking and a lot of romance, but usually it comes to a pretty abrupt halt when we crash land. So, yes, it's possible. Thank you for your time. Please study Bhagavad Gita. You can get this book downstairs, or you can get many of them, as many as you like. Distribute them to your friends. This is the greatest gift. If you can give somebody the gift of knowledge, it will really touch people's hearts. Generosity starts at home. And please do take time to come here. This temple is yours. It's always open. It's always available, except from 10 till 4 in the morning, when everybody's taking their 6 hours of prescribed beauty sleep. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, it's all yours. Sure. Still have it here now.